Thank you so very much for joining us. This is Beyond the Rift, and I am your host, Demon Machine. This is also going to be our Super Monday Night Combat version of this particular episode. Joining me is Rebel Zero, of course.
Guys.
And also with us is Grimbar and Tech Nasty. How are you guys doing today?
So,
doing good.
Good. You guys had a fun day? Did you read over those patch notes and learn all what's going on in this new matchmaking system?
Yeah.
45-minute queues.
Yeah, how was that?
We didn't enjoy that.
So 45-minute queues, huh?
Yeah.
Tech and I wanted to do a queue, and then we were stuck there for 45 minutes, and apparently that was a legit queue. I'm not entirely sure if that is actually true. Afterwards, we started solo queuing, and the game kind of decided to put 2 people from Chowder on one side and just a bunch of no-names on the other side, which is hilarious, really. I mean, ratings are supposed to be reset, so that stuff is bound to happen.
Right.
Yeah. So with this rating reset, is this going to be a bloodbath for the first couple of weeks while everybody, all the higher, more experienced people continue to smash face for a little while?
Yeah.
Well, seeing as how every queue is separated, so you have in total 6 different matchmaking ratings, and the grace period being roughly about 10 matches, it's not going to be all too bad. Because even on top of that, you also have a specific area for new players. So anyone who is from level 1 to 20 is only going to be matched up with levels 1 to 20.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, that way I guess they won't get annihilated in some of their random games.
Yeah.
They should have a fairly solid rating after they breach level 20 and have had their games played. Ideally, for somebody who's level 20 right now, well, he will have the problem of having to face the entire rest of the player pool, and that might or might not work out in his favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's look at some of these new things. It's got added a play option for 2x3 for players in groups of 2 or 3. So it'll group you against players of 2 and 3s. Is the best way to explain that?
Yeah.
That sentence is very. One team of 2 and one team of 3 will be matched against another team of 2 and 3. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
basically they made it so solo queuers only play solo queuers now.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Do you think this will work? I mean, you guys with your lovely 40-minute queue doesn't sound like it's very good for you guys.
Yeah. It's kind of. I mean, that right now has a lot to do with the fact that the whole thing kind of changed up a bit to where, with the solo queuers you get people constantly in that you're trying to find even matches of people with
Right.
teams of 3 and then another team of 2 and then you have to find that again.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how the queue time is. Were you duo queuing or were you guys 5-manning?
we were 2.
With duo
Okay.
queuing.
Interesting. Do you think you would have had a better time if you'd 5-manned?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
No?
You doubt it?
Because according to the stats, 80% of the players are solo queuing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very true. That was the statistics he released on that. And I don't know. What do you think that means for the community? Are we just not that organized, or just people like to just jump in, play a game, and leave?
That's probably how it is. I mean, a lot of people probably just want to launch the game, play something real quick, and that's how it ends up.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things I do like about Super Monday Night Combat compared to Smite, that we, as you just saw, we had, a 30-minute game there? Almost 40-minute
almost
game?
40 minutes.
So, I mean, getting a 15, 20-minute game in with Super Monday Night Combat is far easier to do in an evening than...
Yeah, I remember one of my Smite games lasting at least an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow. That's rough. See,
Yeah.
it's something I hope that they can figure out a way to cut down on. They need jackbots in Smite.
Please do not suggest that.
Don't they already have that with Artemis's Boar? Or are they nerfed it?
They nerfed that a lot, I heard. I was reading there wasn't some of the patch notes in that. They were talking about that. But, yeah,
Yeah, I can see it just jackpot coming down the line. Douche.
quick, freeze them.
Oh, yes.
That'd be funny.
That would be amusing.
Yes. They should do an Artemis skin for Combat Girl. That would look good.
Yeah.
That'd look good. So, continuing on. Let's keep looking at these patch notes. They activated stats page in the locker room and added pro tags. Explain these pro tags. Since you guys have very much had pros, I'm sure you've experienced them already.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're familiar with Modern Warfare and the call sign system, or even with Monday Night Combat, they had these pro tags. After you've done something that actually unlocked a pro tag, like for example getting 10 kills as a soul, you could equip that, and then ideally it would show in a spot like in MNC when you killed a person, he would see, okay, this and that player killed me, and then below your name there would be this pro tag. Right now, there is no point in SMNC where the pro tag is displayed. That didn't make it in this week. So it's a bit of a moot point, I suppose. But a couple of stats have been tracked since the beginning of time, like a global kill count. So you should see some pro tags be unlocked in that regard. In our case, we already maxed out the global kills. There's nothing we can do to get more.
Yeah.
The max is 10,000.
Wow.
Then
There
you
you
have... Well, yeah, Tech doesn't even have it yet because he's obviously not as pro as I am.
Life.
Yeah, I have a feeling being a sniper has something to do with that.
Maybe.
No.
And a couple of the other...
That's a beast.
actually, the rest of the stats have been tracked since Rule Change 8.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
You'll
yeah, I'm
see
gonna
more
have to
updates
hop
next
hop
week on
down
that.
and
So what do you
see
think
how
about
bad I am?
What do you guys think about this all-star leveling? Once you pass level 100, you'll go back to 1 and gain a bot icon next to your name as an agent status. So you can just keep cycling around. So what if you hit like 11 or 110 times and you have 10 bot icons?
I believe the bot changes. It goes from the smaller bots to the...
Okay.
I like it.
At the end, like once you get to a certain point, kind of like also with Call of Duty with prestiging, you'd get like a...
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess, like a jackpot at the end.
Yeah,
Only that you get to keep your endorsement slots in SMNC, as it's not the case in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And as Jimmy just pointed out, it was also the case in MNC. If you passed level 100, you would get an icon next to your name and start over.
Yeah.
cool. I like it. It gives you some reason to
Keep playing after you max out.
Keep playing after you max out for just playing in general.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll
Also
keep
keep in mind that if you already passed level 100 before this patch went live, they tracked that, they kept on tracking your XP. Once you log in and you are past level 100, you're gonna get your icon and it will just continue as normal.
Cool.
It's like for example, I'm like level 46 on the Fuzzbot. I'm not sure if that's the first or the second one, I don't even know.
What level are you guys now in your second time around?
I think he's on his third. I'm level 90 on my second time around.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm at what, 40 something on my first time around. But then again,
Well, we've been playing a long time.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That covers the all-star leveling.
All-star leveling.
They added a new use icon into the activation console in the fuzz that, you know, woo, 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 woo. What is your guys' opinion of the fuzz in Downtown Spunky? Like, in general. Do you like that, to be able to knock everybody off the upper ring?
I think it's a bit ridiculous to where it destroys everything on the upper ring.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if it just like threw you really far.
Maybe like a
like a ring out mechanic?
No, more like a
almost, but it could also send you flying like towards the other team or back to your
ejector.
side, or
just an ejector on the ring would be good, and that would work. Maybe the fuzz might be a little too. If they're taking police and giving them a bad name, all they do is run in and destroy you.
Yeah.
They run
And the
in-
actual animation of it, I guess the hit radius is a little bit bigger than the animation. So I remember today, because I took the jump pad and I go to stay on the outside of where the fuzz was, it still absolutely annihilated me, and I got pretty upset.
Yeah.
Nice.
So do you have a new keyboard?
What's up?
No.
You said you got pretty upset, so I said, do you have a new keyboard?
Oh no! If I break this, my girlfriend will kill me.
Is it
It's too expensive.
is it mechanical?
Yeah, it's the Black Widow.
Ooh. So yeah, no more raging on keyboards for you.
I know.
You have to keep a spare keyboard handy to bash against the desk.
Yeah, I'll just use hers.
Nice.
Do you know?
This one has been trying to sell Black Widows to I don't know how many people today in Mumble.
One.
It's one. It's like he's a Razer employee in disguise.
I said to get the Optimus Maximus, but
Yeah, after I called you out on the Black Widow.
Nice. So Gun Mountain.
Yeah, if I had the choice of buying either one of those, I'd be kind of happy.
Yeah, I would pick either. I have, good old fashioned.
Sotec, are you donating keyboards? I hear.
Yeah.
I have two other ones I can send you, but I think like 3 keys work on them.
Hey, there's 3.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's W, A, S, and D. That's 4. Damn it! So it's WAS. I can play like in NASCAR. I can always go to the left. Exactly.
All you need is escape W in space.
Yep. Run backwards. That'd be awesome.
That'd be, yeah, we don't need any of the other keys for like.
We should do that one Saturday
stuff.
morning. You can only run backwards the whole game. Nobody can run forward. That would be an interesting day.
No, I already do that every round as sniper.
Well, you're a sniper. You always run backwards.
I've done that in Left 4 Dead. We turned around and ran the maps backwards.
That sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah.
People thought we were cheating because we knew the maps kind of well, so we were just going through stuff pretty quickly.
Nice.
I just don't understand where anybody would create a walk backwards hack.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So, I mean, I was just looking. They fixed a lot of bugs on Gun Mountain. They added the icon for the Shelly. I did see that they kind of buffed Assault there with his fly drain, where it didn't. Now you can
buff on the fly drain.
Yeah, it buffed on the fly drain to where you don't lose it quite as fast. Sorry, everybody's talking to me at once here.
You don't lose it as fast when you're hit or change your directions. Which one was it, guys?
This is when you shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when you shoot.
Now drains less fly per shot.
And I have updated
the
stream, so everybody is happy. So, I mean, do you think this is going to be a big deal for him, or was it not really a big deal for him in the first place where it came to that fly drain?
A lot of people stopped playing the class once the fly drain went into effect, and hopefully now they'll give it another chance.
I mean, they all did it like, what, 25%? Yeah, 25% reduction in how much it was already reducing.
Yeah.
So that's now it's 70. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try and do the math. I'll make somebody's brain hurt.
Like yours?
Like mine. Like mine. Thank God they added another Leo uniform. That brings him up to a total of 3.
The Talon. Do we have an image of that?
Yes, we do.
Oh
it
my!
is right here.
That he looks like superhero.
Which one?
Crap. Thinking in my mind, maybe it's one of those fake ones.
Those fake ones?
Those fake superheroes.
Those fake superheroes. Because, I mean, we have a lot of real superheroes, out there.
That is Leo's Talon.
Mm-hmm. It looks pretty cool, though. I would definitely do it.
I would have recolored it.
Are you thinking Batman, maybe? I mean, he's got the little spikes on his arm. And
well, maybe it was like an old decrepit Batman.
He's got the, the utility belt. He's got the utility belt. Yes, he would be an old decrepit Batman. He'd be like Batman Beyond, where the older Batman is the man.
With a laser.
Yeah. So I hear somebody here is doing
no
quite...
monocle. What?
Yes, there's no monocle on that either. I'm disappointed with monocles.
I see a heel gun.
Yeah, that's support.
Nice.
He's the mass mumbler. Apparently he has lots to do with...
Mumbling.
Does he actually mumble in the game now?
I doubt they implemented something like that yet.
That would be
Might
awesome.
be an idea for the future.
I would so buy that
like,
skin.
Legendary skins that not only change your model, but also
your audio.
Your behavior.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That would totally work.
Coming to you live in 4 weeks for $40 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it seems like it was mostly a bunch of bug fixes, other than the matchmaking issues.
Skins.
And the skins, of course.
Skins are important.
Yes, they are. They are.
And support, heal gun, heal turrets, all for
yeah. You can no longer heal for full. You can no longer heal a fully healed thing and get money. Same with Combat Girl.
Sad face.
It is a little sad face. So they can't quite blow it up. So anything you guys really itching to tell us This week,
They're saying the
The
last
spark
fix
fix,
is kind of awesome.
which is also an indirect buff.
an indirect buff.
He can now charge his voltage spike on stuff like Bullseye and the Money Ball. And the Money Ball is the big thing here because his DPS is increased immensely now when he attacks the Money Ball. Now imagine a juiced spark just being able to do spark damage on the Money Ball, which he wasn't capable of before.
Sounds like backdooring is going to be a big problem now. Maybe.
It was definitely bigger than before.
Yeah.
It was already a big problem, and now it's just a bit bigger.
So should they undo that, or should they? What should they do to kind of fix that?
I think that's not a bad move. I just think other things need to be done to Spark.
Because the way they described it sounds like it was a bug.
Yeah, to me that was a bug. So I think that was a good fix, but I think other changes need to happen to Spark to where he doesn't have anywhere near the same DPS as he has right now, because he's definitely the most powerful character in the game by far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pigeons.
This is
I'd
true.
say, in order to change Spark up, is the number of slashes you need to do before you get your voltage spike up.
Okay.
It's like just put it to 4 or 5. That would already help the issue without having to actually tweak the damage numbers, which they've been doing for 3 to 4 weeks now, and that hasn't actually helped all too much, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Or do you think they could do different kind of stacks on different kind of targets? So say soft targets like other players, it could be 3 stacks, where hard targets 5 stacks.
That wouldn't be very intuitive and go against the simple-to-play nature of SMNC.
Oh, well, now you're just getting rude.
Yeah, well.
So are you insulting all of the players of SMNC?
No, the design is meant to be easy to pick up, and such a change where you have different charges for different entities is just not anything like the rest of the mechanics in SMNC.
Yeah, not simple.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of simple.
Nah, I'm with them on that. My
Okay.
idea was bad.
I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. Oh well.
I thought it was brilliant,
At
frankly.
least
liked
one
it,
of us
but-
liked it.
Go ahead, Tech.
I like the idea.
I liked
Yeah.
it too. I mean, I thought he was brilliant. But, we'll see it next patch, and everybody will hate it. So, that's what'll happen. And then we can all yell at him.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
at least
that's
you.
why I never liked it to begin with.
Yes. Yes, we could. Oh, reading chat is great.
Yes, it is.
So,
Next pack, Grimbar is added as a pro.
I'm already in the game.
you are? How are you in the
Character's
game?
called Sniper.
It's actually Leo.
Nice. So, why do people keep saying you need to have pigeons to annoy Grimbar?
When I was streaming on No Fun TV, that one dreaded day, I had a pigeon outside that was annoying the living crap out of me. It would just sit there, like pretend to pay rent, and I have no idea what was happening, and it wouldn't go away.
So, I mean, was it like scratching at your window or something, or was it just sitting there staring at you
It
malevolently?
was just sitting there, but I have a very big window, so I couldn't help but notice all the time this pigeon just sitting there looking at me.
Was it one pigeon?
It was one pigeon.
I wish you recorded it, maybe like the dramatic pigeon. You know? Every time he looked over, he just turned around and gave him the stare.
If anyone is bored enough, go through my 60 plus hours of footage on No Fun TV, find that scene.
Oh, we have to.
Oh, that is very tempting.
We have to go capture a pigeon and bring him onto the show someday.
Yes. We're just gonna like put it
Only
here.
if we bring a clown in for Dick Nasty.
No.
No. Now what's clouds?
Clown.
Oh, clown. Okay, I thought you said clouds. I was like, clouds are that evil? Wow, I didn't realize clouds were bad.
Calling boozy.
Yes. So yeah, we are open to phone calls on Skype, as I see our Skype has got some blinky action going on
Oh
there.
yes.
You know,
Blinky action.
So people want to do stuff on Skype, which it seems like it's just our chat going on more there. So, please do call us up with any questions or comments you might have. Arguing with patch notes is always a great thing.
And you can talk to Grimbar and Tech Nasty, so
Yeah.
they can probably hear you.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Make sure
Yeah.
you got the inputs right on that. That's
I
all.
do.
No,
Maybe,
we're
probably
excellent.
not actually.
No, you probably don't.
No, I usually do it wrong.
I did turn it way down, so I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
So, anything else you guys have been thinking hard and long about till this week's episode? I hear Grimbar is really excited for tonight. Were you excited just because of these patch notes? These very short, skin-filled, fix-filled patch notes with matchmaking?
I was actually expecting the feature to be complete before it shipped, but obviously that's not always possible.
Uh-huh.
So,
This is the feature
yeah, I
that you
was
can't
pretty
talk
hyped,
about.
but then I saw the pro tags and I was kind of let down because the pro tags, I gotta be negative for a second, they kind of feel like not with that, they're kind of like effortless. It's okay, you play 1 hour, 6 hours,
Yeah.
24 hours, 30 days, and then you have the same for every single category. Just
Yeah, it's
back
more
then, you
milestones
at
than
least
it is
had some.
accomplishments.
What was that?
It's,
I feel like it's more milestones than it is accomplishments.
yeah, and that was different in MNC. In MNC, you had both the milestones, but also some really hilarious pro tags that you could get by doing some random stuff, which I don't remember right now.
Yeah.
But there were some good ones in there.
Yes, Tiki, we already talked about the assault. It's mostly...
Yeah.
It was a little bit of-
It doesn't drain as much now.
It doesn't drain as much. It's not really a big buff, but he's still pretty...
It's better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about that.
Number one.
So, I
Yeah,
guess...
the tags as they are now, I think that it needs more fleshing out, and I think they'll get that way. Hopefully. I mean, I'd imagine they would. That's the only thing that makes any real sense. I can't imagine this is it. Hopefully they'll put in tags for some really cool, like, crazy things that you can do. So,
Yeah,
we'll see. I withhold judgment until then.
you do. I mean, there's tons of other things that need to add, like, spectator mode.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
spectator mode. That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I'm all for that. So we can run tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always on the
Get you guys some
docket.
money.
But, I know it's on the list of things to do, but
Yeah, it's on the list.
we just want to keep bumping it up.
It's also higher up on the list. but
Yay!
That's all I can say on that. And
Sweet.
it is a priority. It needs to be done. They want to do it, but that's all I can give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can imagine something like a spec mode isn't always the easiest thing to...
No, I'm sure it's not
To
easy
do.
to implement.
Because if it was, a lot more games would have similar things. So,
Well, the feature is actually available in the Unreal Development Kit. The thing is that the spectator mode in SM&C, for obvious reasons, would need to be delayed.
right. Yeah, you
And
couldn't
that
live
is something that isn't as easy.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep working, guys. We're cheering for you.
Yep.
We'll just cheer harder when you give us some more news on it.
We like you, but we'll like you more.
You'll be my best. I'll be your best
Spectator
friend.
mode. Yeah.
Yeah, bandwidth issues.
Well, bandwidth. That's secondary. I mean, if you're doing it mid-game, if everybody's watching it, then all right. I can see that.
I don't know. I
being
mean,
a
like, what kind of spectator mode do you think they're going to push out? Like a Dota style where you can jump in and watch any game? Is that what you're talking about?
What they're probably going to do is there's going to be like this little pigeon-like bird that you fly around as, and you can stare at the other players.
Oh, that would be awesome.
All I'm gonna say is, if
Clown
any of you
suits.
people manage to get a bloody pigeon into the game, I will stop playing.
They're getting rid of Chicky and turn him into a pigeon, and he's just gonna stare at Grimbar every single time, no matter where he is on the map.
Chicky won't bounce around anymore. It'll just sit there and stare at you.
You shoot him, does nothing.
Oh, please, Skathis, or one of you guys make a pigeon outfit for a pro so we could chase Grimbar with it.
Although it would.
You know, I was gonna give away some items today, but I think I'm no longer in the mood.
No, at least he would get the satisfaction of headshotting the pigeon over and over.
Yes, that is true. I mean, if I was the pigeon, you would kill me before I even got near you. Pigeon taunts. Hey, it's
All right.
This
move
is
it.
just this is gonna be awesome.
We love you, Grimbar. Thank
We
you.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Man, my voice is really dry.
Oh, really? Mine's good. I'm good.
I don't know. I just can't get wet.
Too much air conditioning.
It is really air conditioned in here. It's already a cool day.
Oh, and don't forget the
Water heater
water heater
with its flame. and
gas
things.
poisoning.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm sure we get loopy sometime during the show, and we're just gonna like
Yep. We will
Pass
totally
out.
keel over and die.
That's
carbon monoxide.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's all right. Well,
what else should be on our docket tonight?
Um,
Anything bugging you? We had some
Yes.
questions about
insects. Generally.
what about the dud rockets from Megabeth?
That
you
is a
explain-
problem that happens on most characters. It actually can happen on any character. It is a problem with the weapon code that when you start shooting and your clip is empty and you keep on holding mouse 1 and you keep on shooting, that sometimes your shots wouldn't actually come out. They would play the animation, but they would be completely blind. There would be duds.
Huh.
Nothing would happen.
Ah.
And on characters that have like single fire, low clip size weapons, that would be a big issue. Like you're deep in the enemy base as Megabeth, you have one rocket left, you want to jump out because you're low on health, and then all of a sudden your rocket does nothing. Or you reload and you got the first rocket, you just really want to get out and nothing happens. It is... I can't quite explain the technicalities behind it, but it is related to shooting your entire clip, automatically reloading while holding down mouse 1.
So
So if you just hold down mouse 1 in order to like spray or anything, then you have a very high chance of dots happening. It's also an effect that happens fairly often on Assassin when you have the shuriken launcher and just hold down mouse 1 and suddenly you would have like 2 to 3 clips not doing any damage.
Huh.
interesting. So you just basically don't hold down mouse 1, and that should help you avoid that.
You should ideally always press the reload button manually and stop holding down mouse 1 during the reload and then just start shooting manually again
Okay. So
Interesting.
after the reload finished. That should ideally reduce the amount of dot missiles or bullets you get. And
Okay.
it will be fixed once they rewrite the weapon code, which is on their list, but it's a very big thing because that thing will most likely have to be rewritten from scratch.
Yeah. I mean,
That
it
is
sounds
the
like
entire
it.
weapon handling in the game.
that sucks.
Yeah, because if they're talking, if it has to do with mouse firing and the actual use of the weapon and that, that's going to be tricky. Good
Yeah,
luck,
well,
guys.
Yeah, we're rooting for you.
Yeah, yeah. But at least we know a workaround, so
Mm-hmm.
we had it from our pros here, Tech Nasty and Grimbar, on Beyond the Rift.
Yeah.
A little self-promotion.
Yeah.
I'm learning from those people that talk about their books all day.
Yeah, if you listen to the radio, it's like, so, if you're joining us now, we finished up the patch notes, and, you're watching Beyond the Rift with, me, Revel, Tech Nasty, and Grimbar.
Me?
And,
Really?
me, Demon Machine.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
And, we passed the pigeons, and now we're on to just regular bugs and general discussions. So, please feel free to call us up. As you can see, we have a little activity on one of the Skypes.
No.
Oh, it's just both the Skypes, because
Really,
everybody
really,
and all...
'cause they're talking about Winnie the Pooh.
Really?
Really.
Oh my god. Yeah. So do feel free to call us up, and we can discuss things, all sorts of Super Monday Night Combat related. And I just cannot get my throat to stop being dry.
I'm telling you it's the air conditioning.
I realize that. You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, sure. No.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, it's
because
kinda hot
I don't
outside.
have to, lean over all that crap, and I might die.
Yeah, you actually might.
So.
It's kind
Oh,
of
good news! We
Oh.
did. I acquired a computer from one of my friends who decided that he didn't want it anymore, and I do thank him, and I love him a lot. And Revel will be getting it, so he can start streaming soon.
I know, right? Score.
It's an i7. Why he just dropped an i7 in my lap is beyond me, but hey, I'm
With
not complaining.
RAM, hard drive,
I mean,
case,
it's a complete computer. Case, hard drive, RAM,
CD drive.
motherboard. It's just motherboard is bad, so buy a new motherboard. We're in business.
Mm-hmm. So, Tech Nasty, what have you been up to this week?
Not much. Me and the girlfriend are planning to move to Texas.
Ooh.
You're moving to
so
Texas?
Been looking at places around Dallas. Might end up driving down there like Monday.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Will you be back by Thursday?
I'm not too sure, but I will have a computer, so.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's all we need. The internet is everywhere,
It
except
is.
for all those places it's not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Great. We have a question in chat from Tiki Style, who may or may not be the person who runs the Tiki tournament. Just a guess there. If
Yeah, he's
Assault,
not.
no, if Assault Fly was like it was in Monday Night Combat, how would you feel about it? As in, the higher you are, the faster it drains.
I don't mind that. I think that would work pretty well. I never really had a problem with Assault to begin with. A lot of people did, and they felt it was overpowered. But as a Megabeth player, I feel that you have the advantage over Assault in all regards. I guess most Megabeths will disagree there. I think that the height that they go can definitely be an issue, but at a certain point, it's not about that. It's about using the actual fly.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to nullify with this. I personally don't think it's necessary, but other people do. Other classes are going to have a lot more difficulty with the Assault because of it, and it's not relating to flying really high and cheesing the money ball. It's not just that. So
Well, that's good to know.
yeah.
And there used to be a fancy possibility on Downtown Spunky where a savvy Assault could get up on the Iceman spawn skyscraper and stand on the rooftop of it. And if you change the fly to... It's no longer possible, by the way. If you change the fly to that, he would have never been able to get up there. It's a very nasty spot. You're practically invincible, and you can cheese the money ball with a grenade launcher. It's like no problem, entire game. But as I said, it has been fixed since.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it was really hilarious, and it only worked on one side of the map. So it was really nicely balanced.
Oh yes, very, very.
That's always mostly balanced. One side of map things.
Yep. Oh wow, cool.
I think Westgard can still get there.
How?
His
Unless they change that.
his,
With the
yeah.
crook hook, basically.
Yeah.
They're on one of... There's a logo on the skyscraper. And if they didn't put an invisible wall in front of it, then you can still stand on a specific spot of it and then just keep on climbing up. And with Westgard... While we're on the topic of crook hook and climbing around, on most maps you can get on the winning platform that shows after the round, so that when your team wins, you would suddenly have two Wiscots standing on your platform. It's a nice thing. Wouldn't always try it because some people fail getting up there. On Bullet Gorge, for example, I recall Huey dying 20 times in a row just trying to get on that platform.
Hey, it's a valiant effort.
Valiant.
Effort.
Well, he did succeed in the end, and we had to win this game 4-on-5, which we did. And it looked nice.
Very good. So he got to...
I'm guilty of it myself. I've done it like once or twice. I played with Scott like 5 times in total.
So if you guys lost the game, would he still have been up there, and so he would have been able to troll the other team?
He would have probably still shown up. I don't think they make a difference between the teams, and they just have this one platform. You can also always see it on the overhead map.
Interesting.
So when you see this circular shape,
Yeah.
it's a bit brownish, 2 colors, then you know it's the winning platform. You can figure out a way to
Circular
get on
brownish.
that if you want to.
I like that description. That was excellent.
Yeah.
That was
If
very
you see
excellent.
something on the map that's circular and brownish,
Looks kind of like a pile of...
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
sorry, Grim.
As long as you're only looking at the overhead map.
We are having too much fun with this. I apologize.
Yes, we are. I mean, it could be a pigeon pile of...
I think they have pigeons flying off over the
wind
opening
platform.
platform.
Yes. No, they have to sit at the edge, malevolently, staring. So, Grimbar, do you
think
plan
that-
on streaming again?
Once my graphics cards manufacturer manages to provide me with drivers that actually work,
Nice.
or I get a new display so I can finally do my duo screen setup properly, then I will certainly continue streaming, and not just SM&C, but also most likely Smite and other random games.
Great.
Yep.
How are you enjoying Smite and those other random games?
Well, Smite is very different.
Yeah.
I would like to have an FOV slider, but I can understand that for balancing reason in that game, that is not available.
Yeah.
And so far, I've had mixed experiences. One game I got entirely trash canned. The other game, I played a very balanced class. The name's Artemis. Before the war nerf in this patch, so I just walked over the entire enemy once I could go in, and that was that because the boar saves the day.
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
Yeah.
And the other random games I will still have to check out. I traded away some SM&C items and got some games exceeding over $200 in value.
Wow. So you are the trade master in, you know.
No, not even close. Knickles made $250 in one day, and the trade master, or the dude who currently controls the market, is some guy called Daisy.
Interesting.
We'll have to have him on. That'll be an interesting
Yeah.
show.
I mean, like, is he turning it out to have a survivable profit off of this? Or is he just making good pocket change?
I don't know, but what I heard last, as some sort of rumor, is that he used the profit he made to buy a new computer.
Not bad.
No, not bad. I mean, if you made $200, then, I mean, theoretically, give it a couple more months of, you know, underhanded trading, and you too could have.
Or overhanded trading.
Or overhanded trading. I mean,
You know.
could be sideways trading too.
Yeah.
But, yeah. You too can have enough
Well,
to buy a new video
I plan to
card.
make one last trade, and afterwards, anything I have left in skins will be given away over the course of the next episodes live on stream, because giving away
Awesome.
stuff for free is always fun for people.
Yes. Yes. And
It
I'm
is.
sure lots of people would love to get their hands on some of those skins that Grimbar has.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he has some rather exclusive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exclusive ones are mostly always the ones I already sold. But I do have some sniper stuff, including the rather infamous Solid Snake skin. I meant to say the Cobra gear. Copyright reasons.
Nice. Gotcha. I see.
And camo gear. And I have one promo item left, which is the Luchador gear, including the Giant Bomb Taunt. And I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to distribute the items tonight.
Yeah.
Great.
I probably just asked some random question like, "What's my most favorite animal?" And people can't answer that.
Yep. It proves you watch the show. That'll be exactly what it is.
Something like that.
So I do want to let everybody know that, you know, we have our Super Monday Night Combat forums going on BL Gaming, so feel free to talk there if you would like to. It's a good place to meet some people who watch the show, so by association means they're very good. Because if you watch the show, you learn a lot, and that means you're really paying attention, so you're going to be good. Right, Matt?
Right.
Exactly.
I agree.
What?
What was that?
I agree.
I agree, too, because we
Yeah.
have the best community ever. We have the best viewer base ever.
So, what is your pro tip for this week? What thing can you do and be awesome? Like, say, high-fiving.
Yes, you must run around everywhere high-fiving. C is the
Do
key.
that. I kill people that high five.
Yes.
I feel like they're just giving up, and I want to say, stop giving up and fight me.
High fives are OP.
Yes, also we have an IRC channel. It is on QuakeNet hashtag Super MNC. That is our community IRC, where we hang out all day long while I'm at work and, you know, chit chat and have lots of fun talking. It can actually get into some very, very interesting conversations. And shockingly, like,
A good place to find people.
it's really talkative all the time. Like, you go to a lot of IRC channels and there are, you know, usually 100 people there and nobody's saying a word. But, I mean, we got 24 people in there right now and it's just constantly going. Somebody's always saying something. And it's very interesting. Very interesting. Quite nice.
The other day, I managed to create an argument that
Oh my God.
spanned a lot of time.
Oh my god. You got me yelled at.
We were on the topic of skill ceilings, and I dared to say that Counter-Strike isn't really a high skill ceiling game, and said that competitive wall stirring was easy. And some of those Frenchies that frequent the channel got really mad about that.
Competitive wall staring. I still love that term.
Bet you that pigeon would win.
Next time we play tag, I'm gonna let you die.
This is awesome. I love this. Wow. So I mean, like, what do you think what makes this game more competitive or a higher skill ceiling than Counter-Strike, for instance?
I didn't claim that.
Oh, okay. Then how would you rate this in comparison to Counter-Strike? Because with that inference that you said that Counter-Strike is competitive wall staring, that SMNC would be higher than that. That would just be what most people would infer. Did you not get that impression?
Right,
maybe.
right.
So please do. Give us a rating of 0 to 100 on skill ceilings. What would you rate Counter-Strike? What would you rate Super Monday Night Combat?
I'd rate them both 20.
Dodger. Tech, what would you rate them?
I would give this probably like a 30 and Counter-Strike probably like a 40. I think Counter-Strike requires a lot more teamwork.
Yes.
I mean, you can go in a pub and just, hold down mouse 1 and spray in circles and get a few kills. But, if you're playing in a competitive aspect in Counter-Strike, it's more about your teams pushing in together and creating crossfires against opponents instead of just, getting the first shot. A lot of people don't notice the little intricacies that teams are putting together with their strategies. They just see, one guy fighting another guy and getting a kill, and they don't really understand it as much. I think Counter-Strike has been out so long that the skill ceiling has gotten a lot higher than what it was, simply because you have to know all these different strategies to compete now.
Yeah, and you got to know all the maps like the back of your hand too.
Yeah, it's just like Quake, where if you didn't play Quake for the last 5 to 10 years, don't bother.
Yeah,
Like,
you're just gonna get owned all day long.
yeah, you don't have a chance, because even if you know the maps like the back of your hand, everyone knows, everybody that's high tier knows every little aspect of the game to the point where you do not really have a chance.
They've committed it all to muscle memory too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just they want to get over to that wall to get that armor. They don't think about going to get that armor. They're just there.
Yeah.
And it's just how it works. So what would you say would be the most complicated thing about Super Monday Night Combat? The teamwork, or the having the map awareness and worrying about bots and pushes, or what would you think?
Right now, I guess in competitive, it would be kind of figuring out what works in a competitive match as compared to what works in a public match, because certain things work every time in a public match. But then you can play against a competitive team, and you will get destroyed every single time you try and do certain things.
Yeah.
And, a lot of the times you see a guy with low health, and you're like, okay, I'm going to chase him down. In a competitive match, someone's going to, grapple you, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
And it's all about surviving, and a lot of people don't realize that. Like, they'll be like, oh, okay, I can run in all at least to get this kill, but then they get killed, and, it's more of a negative effect on you than it is on them, so...
Here's the rule of thumb about that. If you don't play with the intention of never dying, then you're playing the game wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it's turbo.
Yeah.
Unless it's turbo, yeah, because
Yeah.
kills don't mean
it's turbo cross.
singles thing there.
Yeah.
But to touch on the point Tech made on Counter-Strike, what I feel is that in Counter-Strike, due to the game being out so long with so little changes, that the only challenge so far is really just information processing. You communicate what kind of move the enemy makes, and you know which counter you have to make, and then it's all just about execution. You have to know... I'm not going to click that right now. You have to know exactly what's happening. It's all just about memorizing a lot of moves and motions. So it's kind of like chess in that regard. So
Gotcha.
if you know, okay, they rotated to A, they are pushing with this and that many players, and you know exactly how you have to react in order to solve that situation. And that is pretty much Counter-Strike for me. And that's why I personally find Counter-Strike to be a bit boring. Because there is no dynamics in that game, basically. It can be really dry and formulaic. as compared to Quake, where doing a random thing or even just an outright stupid thing is at the highest level of play a very good thing, and that is the reason why Rafa is one of the best Quake players, because sometimes he just does something where you're like, why would you do something like that, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally not expected.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's how, like, for instance, oh crap. TLO, in StarCraft 2 gets away with a lot of stuff because he just does so many things that are quite off the wall of, normal that he gets away with it and, pulls off a nuke behind somebody's base or something like that. You got to be innovative.
That's also the easiest way to beat Hydra at SC2. Do something he doesn't understand or he doesn't expect, and he'll just throw the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll just quit, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
He'll tell you to learn to play, and then calls you a shit noob, and then just disconnects.
Yep.
Hydra.
So, then what would you rate Quake as the highest skill capped game?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
But
people
not
think it's all about just fragging, but that's maybe one of the 50 things you need to focus on all at once when playing Quake.
So why do you think that? I don't know. Well, I guess it's more of a viewer base, but if you were to compare all the different esports right now, why would you think some of them are succeeding while Quake seems to have the trouble that it's having? Is that due to developer support with Quake? Because I've heard there's been a lot of rage at the.
I don't think it's more the developer support. I think it's a lot of people are trying to become, really high-end gamers now. And when you get a game like Quake, you don't have the chance to become that if you're not that already.
Yeah.
You can get good, but you're not going to get high tier unless you put in God knows how much time. Like, I've never played StarCraft. There's no way I'm going to play StarCraft 2 and be a top player unless I play it for
years.
At least 2 to 3 years. So there's no chance I'm going to ever play StarCraft because I don't feel like putting that much time in.
Yeah. So they're basically making their own new esports.
Yeah, because, a game like Quake, you're not going to get to that level, so a lot of these people are like, you know what, maybe I'll play Clan Arena every now and then or Duel a Friend, but they're not trying to, get really to the high level because it's all, they'd have to devote all their time.
Yeah. And so they can join games like League of Legends where you can rise and fall. It's a little easier to get up to the top tier because the game hasn't been out quite, a decade.
Yeah.
And,
as Suche proved.
Yeah. Shushei, Phantom Lord, those guys, they're just like, I want to be good at this game, and so they spend 6 months doing nothing but play that game, and now they're, on major teams.
Yeah.
What helps in that regard is also that, compared to other Dota likes, League of Legends features rather simplistic mechanics.
Yes, it does.
It does.
To not provide a very high entry barrier. Because for pro gamers, when they switch games, it's all about how long will it take me until I can get money in that game. And if that time span is too long, then they're just not going to bother switching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Shushei got
so then in Quake, it's, as Tex said, you will have no chance whatsoever to penetrate the top. But that will change in a bit because
they're going to be moving over to
as the law of Quake dictates, you play where the money is, and the money is now to be found in a game called Shootmania Storm. And a lot of pros will play that game now. In fact, today it has been confirmed that Cypher, Strengths, and Avec are now going to play for Millennium, and they're going to play Shootmania.
Sweet.
So no more Quake competition.
Is that a free-to-play game by chance? I don't know.
What?
I don't know anything about Shootmania yet. I haven't had a chance to look it up.
It's a first-person shooter done by the developers that also made Trackmania. The studio's called Nadeo. And they're trying to create a bare-bones FPS framework where you get full mod tools and you can pretty much just create your own game around it. They provide you with some basic game modes. Their current idea is a game mode called Elite, which I think is probably the dumbest name for a game mode you could probably think of. And it works a little like this. You have 3 people fighting against 3 people, but in any given time, it's attack versus defense. and the attacker is one person from your team. He gets a railgun, which is instant kill. It's a hit scan, it kills you in one hit. And the attacker has 3 hit points. The defenders have rocket launchers.
Wow.
The rocket launchers take away 1 hit point, but the defenders have all 3 people. So you have 45 seconds before the capture point becomes active, and you either have to kill the entire enemy team through hit scanning them, or you have to capture the point, for which you have to touch the area for 3 seconds. But here's the thing, all the maps are kind of set up in a way that defending becomes rather simple, and if you try to just run in there, you're gonna have 12 rockets coming your way. Have fun dodging that. It provides some interesting dynamics. There was some tournament at E3, and it looks interesting. And given the fact that Shootmania is currently in alpha, and the game is already pretty rock solid when it comes to the engine, it should be interesting and the next big thing. Also, why I asked Damon to get me a key.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Let me go pull these keys out. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
The thing about Nadeo is they approached every bigger FPS community and said, like, give us, here you have some keys, give us your feedback. They even went to old enemy Fortress players and everything. They went to ES Reality, had 10 keys for those players. They went to, they got some Counter-Strike players. They got some TF2 players. They pretty much get everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Interesting. Well, sounds like it could be fun. So, I think we are running up on our due time now. We're trying to keep the show down to about an hour, so it's not too long. And, get the maximum amount of information while keeping the pigeon talk down as much as we can.
Yep. We'll do our
that
best.
was 20% of the show time.
Well, we'll work on
Maybe
making
a
it
little
only
more.
15% tomorrow. We'll nerf it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll nerf it, Grimbar. Don't worry.
Or next week.
All right. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do the giveaway tonight, so I'm just gonna... I can't ask the pigeon question. That's really too obvious.
What's your
Somebody
favorite
think
class?
of a good question right now.
You could ask if they were here from the beginning, who is your avatar? Like, who is that picture?
I don't even know who that was that I've been here the whole time.
He talked about it.
You can tell if you can tell us what that guy does. Not necessarily who he is,
No,
but like
I could tell you
his...
what he does. Look at what he's wearing.
Thanks, Tech. You're not allowed to participate.
I win.
Not only do you get an 8-second head start to type.
Oh yeah.
Cheater.
All right, new question since I ruined it. Sorry.
No, actually, if anybody can name the name, I'm just gonna call that one a winner.
Yeah, if you can name the name of the painter that is Grimbar, you win.
It's like the Avatar.
So what you do is you take a screenshot, use Photoshop, copy it out, go to TinEye, copy the picture in there, and then wait for a hit. So you have about a minute worth of work ahead of you if you can do it fast.
Nope, not Van Gogh.
Not Van Gogh.
And that's definitely how you spell it too.
Yes, exactly. Sit down.
See Van Gogh, see Van come back.
I think we need a simpler question.
No, it's not Mr. Pigeon.
I think we're going to have to get a different question because, yeah, that was too hard.
It is not Grimbar either, although it is not look anything like him, I don't think.
No.
Maybe
it's
in
not.
50 years.
Rabberg?
Are you just typing random letters into the chat? No, it's probably not somebody you've ever heard of. Is it somebody you've heard of?
Saying
Grimbar
Grimbar the Third.
Grimbar, just tell us who it is, and we'll have to randomly pick a person.
Now we have. I'm gonna ask a good question.
Okay.
Oh, he's got it.
I'm just gonna have to look it up. It's about the Tiki tournament, so start your engines, gentlemen.
All right. Engine started.
Pull up the brackets is what that means.
Yep. All right, you got your brackets. You got your engines.
I'm Vrumman. burning out. My tires are going bald. Now
Yep.
they're starting to smoke.
Yeah, I'm
Now
gonna
they're on
ask
fire.
a not so easy question because the bracket isn't updated yet. In the official between Quantum Sanctuary and Golden Eggs and Bacon, who won the game and with which score?
With which score?
Or
So,
with what
like,
score, whatever.
are
I'm
you
not a
saying-
native speaker.
Are you saying
Ah.
Golden X Bacon 150 kind of thing? Is that what you're
Yeah.
looking for as an
It
answer?
can only be either 2-0 or 2-1.
Well then,
Who won and with what score? Go. And you will get items, which is awesome. Like actual
Yeah.
items.
That might actually, yeah, Sims Killer won.
Sim Killer wins. Quantum wins 2-0.
But he also loses because he wrote Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He wrote Van Gogh like VAN space GO.
Your item will never change your stupidity.
Yeah, bam. So I got this giveaway list of all the duplicate stuff and skins I got, and I'm now going to go on random orc and determine which entry from the list you're going to get.
Sweet.
And the result is 19. Yeah, not like that matters to you. Let me just figure out what it is.
Oh, so that's determining what you're giving away.
He gets 19.
19 skins. Wow, that's a lot of them.
Yeah, he must have quite
He's
the
gonna get a Luchadea skin.
Nice.
And if Sipskiller would then just add me on Steam, I'll make the trade.
Yeah, and once you trade SimsKiller, if you want to submit us a screenshot, you can do it. We will put you up on our next show.
Yeah. The winner of the last skin, and here's what he got. That'll be fun. Well, thank you for joining us. You guys got anything last things to say?
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Questions, comments, concerns,
Irritations?
weather.
Don't talk about
looks good.
pigeons. Go ahead.
Weather looks good. That's all I know.
Weather is good. All right, great. Yeah,
Grim?
the weather is nice here too.
I'm right.
Grim, you got any final thoughts?
Effing pigeons.
Yeah, just
All
don't
right.
click that link that came up earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually clicked it, and
Oh.
it's still sitting on my browser. It has been staring at me for the rest of the stream just to provide that genuine, legit atmosphere.
Oh, yes. I like text a little. It's different, but good. It's two pigeons, though, so that's a problem. It's two pigeons. I'll
Because
just pull
what's
that
he
up.
going to do when two show up?
I know.
First one's looking at him, he looks the other way, there's another one.
What's he gonna do with two show up? Breakfast.
Yeah,
Goodness
he's not
gracious.
prepared.
There is.
Really?
What?
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do that. That's so we're gonna end the show on the pigeon note. We will
Oh,
leave
wow.
it there.
Wow.
Matt, you have anything left to say?
Nope, I am good to go. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes.
Check us out on Saturday morning. We will be streaming Super Monday Night Combat.
Hopefully.
Planning on it.
If I can't make it, I will let you know.
Yep. One of us will be.
Yep.
And so check us out then. Super Saturday morning breakfast. We'll probably have Grimbar and Tech Nasty if his cat does not eat him.
If Tech can wake up like he didn't do last week.
Yep.
Yeah. Stayed
Yeah.
up too late.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us and check us out next
Yep.
week. And also go to blgaming.com
Exactly.
and post for your chance at winning beta keys. If you're interested in Smite keys, go
Mhm.
to BL Gaming and comment in our forums for the Smite keys.
Yep, we have a Smite
And
key thread going.
You might actually get one. So
Yep. Yep.
check it out.
Thank you guys. We will see you later.
Peace.
Later.
It's alright, later.